Hello and good morning. Today's video is about the Acolyte, and it is really disappointing to make this video. Not because I don't even know how to describe it. I was open-minded through the whole thing. I wanted to enjoy it. That was the part that really set me apart from I feel like other Star Wars fans, was most of them were just very quick to hate it. There were parts of it that I liked, but after seeing the whole thing in its entirety, the whole context of the last episode, the first episode of the last episode, like I, I, I don't even know, man. And I'm going to get into spoilers here because I just don't care. I don't care, and I don't think any of you care. I'm going to give you a second to click off the fucking video if you do. But, yeah, it was not great. It was really mid, and I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to like it. But it just. I thought it would bring it around at the end, and like I guess it did because we got to see Plagueis, and like some of the fight scenes were kind of okay, but the one where it gets weirdly slow mo, but you can tell it's not slow mo. It's just the wires. It was not it. Like I don't know. There's pieces you can take out of it and enjoy in a vacuum on their own. In general, I think if you're high or otherwise intoxicated, you can enjoy the Acolyte. But if you're like an actual Star Wars fan who knows, honestly, even if you're not, I don't. It didn't seem very well written. It seemed weird. Like characters just do weird 180s out of fucking nowhere. Like I don't know. It's like I guess it kind of happens like that a little bit. Like I I don't know. It's hard to defend this, especially with after seeing that last episode. It was just like there were parts of it that were nice. There were parts of the way that they ended it where it was like, okay, well at least he didn't fuck everything up. But I wow, it was just like the only enjoyable part of that was the fight scenes, and not even in the entirety of the fight scenes. Really, just the Kelnaka fight scene where he's like being taken over in like an episode or two ago, and then seeing Plagueis. That was like 2 seconds, maybe five. Ridiculous, kind of dumb, and I just Disney just keep making animated shit. Give like do the Mandalorian, do the fucking Ahsoka shit, cuz Ahsoka was okay. It was decent. It was better than this for sure. Even the Book of Boba Fett was better than this. I would rather go watch the Book of Boba Fett again than watch the Acolyte again. Legitimately. But to be fair, I didn't hate the Book of Boba Fett, so I'm a little biased here. But it just wasn't what I wanted it to be, I guess. What anyone wanted it to be, except for the creator who thought that Anakin blew up the Death Star. So it is what it is, I guess. Nothing we can change about it, but Disney should definitely just stick to the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, like characters we already know, and like make animated shit, because you guys can clearly do the animation part wonderfully. Visions, amazing. Clone Wars, which only the last season was Disney, but it was great. The Bad Batch, love it. Hopefully the Clone series or whatever new animated series is coming is great. Like Rebels was amazing. At the end of the day, it's a kids show, but it's a kids franchise, literally by George Lucas and fucking self. Like it's for children that also adults can enjoy. So it needs to be enjoyable for kids. I don't know. It was just like, let's make, not even politics necessarily, but like kinda, yeah. And just like make that the main focus, and like make the main focus just talking about shit and going in circles and like, oh, you have the upper hand, no, I have the upper hand, but we're never going to kill each other. What? And then randomly OSHA fucking just is like, you did what? You lied to me? You... There was no development for that. Zero. In fact, she was like literally in the exact same episode, I will never train with you. I will never train with you. That's not me. I'm not that person. Fucking Soul goes, I'm sorry. I did it. I love... Huh? Like, I get part of the dark side is like you kind of just snap into it, but like, no. Like, you kind of have to have a little bit of darkness, and they didn't really, like, I guess they teased OSHA's darkness within a little bit of the show, maybe, but it was really only like the last episode or two where they started making her seem more like, oh, maybe it's possible. But then literally in the last episode, she says, I will never train with you, to the Sith Lord who I can't even remember his name. And like, he's cool. He's a good actor. I think he did it well. I just don't remember his name. And he was actually one of the more enjoyable parts of the show. But she goes from like, I'll never train with you, oh, never, never, to I will train with you if you let my sister go. Okay, I'll erase her mind. Huh? Huh? But then, like, he doesn't even completely erase her mind, like, entirely. Like, there's little bits of shit which I guess would make sense. Like, especially, like, force power, erase mind. Probably not the most efficient and, like, 100% completion rate type of thing. But, huh? What? Like, I'm just genuinely, like, dumbfounded as, like, how we got here. Because it could have, like, from episode 1... Episode 1 was, like, a decent setup to something. And, like, every episode after that was like, okay, maybe this can be salvaged. Like, you know, maybe this was just, like, a small misstep. And then the final episode came out, and now it's just like, what? Excuse me? Why did she... Why... Who... Why did any of this happen? Did any of this matter? Who is the weird Sith apprentice of, I guess, Plagueis? What happened... Whoops. What happens to him? I want to know that. Like, how long ago is this before Palpatine? Also, how long does Plagueis live? Because I'm... Like, I thought this was, like, a good few hundred years before, like, the events of main timeline Star Wars, but, like, the prequels even, but it feels like it was, like, maybe 60 years before. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe someone can explain it to me a little better, but the show sure as hell didn't. The show didn't explain shit. It didn't explain a damn thing. It just made me confused, and I really wanted to enjoy it. I really did. It's not awful. Like, it is watchable. Like I said, if you're intoxicated, but just as like a standalone, like I was like, it did not capture my attention, like at all. But yeah, I mean that's really about it. I'm just kind of sitting here rambling. Um, Acolyte, good or bad? Eh, it's not horrendous. There's some shots that look cool. There's some parts that are nice and fun. Like a 5, I guess. And that's generous. 5 out of 10. Yeah, that's about it. Oh my god. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know what you thought of the Acolyte. And, pass that out. That shit was ass. See ya.